The city of Urban Town. Despite the crime and corruption which infest the streets, the citizens of this bustling metropolis sleep soundly at night, knowing they are protected by two great defenders of truth and justice. He is Detective Danger, a cunning master of mystery and illusion. She is the Amazon, an ancient warrior of nearly limitless power. As they seek to defend the citizens of this fair city from the forces of darkness, they are comrades in arms. In their everyday life, not so much.
This episode, Azur likes it.
I give up. Nah, I'm done. This problem has vexed me since the age of 10, and I have officially decided I will never understand this beyond the knee-jerk response of people are stupid. Not that I'm saying people aren't stupid. If they weren't stupid, I'd be out of a job as both a superhero and a private investigator. Both positions are loaded with something called job security, which is a polite way of saying there will always be plenty of work to do because just about nobody wants to do it. But the specific instance of stupid I'm talking about is usually reserved for supervillains. It is a motivation I hear way too frequently. It's especially annoying since they almost always shout it while somebody is dangling over a pit of acid, but maybe that's just me. In any case, the thing I'm talking about is the supervillain who has created their elaborate death machine, lied, cheated, manipulated, and probably murdered their way into this position for one stated reason. That reason being they want to rule the world. Why would you want to do that? I get the idea of doing whatever you want, not being constrained by the rules and all that sort of stuff. It's a power fantasy best reserved for a 6-year-old who doesn't want a bedtime, but I get it. But ruling the world? Actually being in charge of everything? Who the heck wants to do that? Seriously, what kind of sick mind thinks that getting up in the morning and making all the minute decisions that keeps you from ruling over a pile of garbage is the fun part? It's mind-numbingly tedious, and on a scale which I can't even comprehend. Because, make no mistake, that's what ruling really is. You might tell me it's good to be the king, but trust me when I say this, it's equally true that uneasy lies the head which wears a crown.
And as I stand here amid the virtual forest of ardent supporters, I say to you that I do not wish my brother Frederick ill. Further, I don't want anyone in my company to speak ill of him. I would take no pleasure in hearing him abused. Rather, I wish for him well, for he is now the Duke of Azur. And as such, what is good for him is good for Azur. I'm content here, and I will not, now nor in the future, take steps to wrest power back from my brother. Let him live well, and govern well, and may the people of Azur be all the better for his wise reign. Thank you.
B.R. Tino, reporter for The Standard. Do you have any comments regarding the alleged disappearance of your daughter, Rose?
Well, of course I'm concerned about Rose and about my niece Cece, who is supposedly missing. However, I have not been able to confirm either their whereabouts are truly unknown. Until I do, these are rumors only, and I maintain hope that's all they will be.
What about the recent reported contacts between your brother and the Soviet Union?
Any national leader will have contacts with other countries. As I say, I fully support my brother and his regime. Whatever choices he makes, I'm not planning on backseat driving during my retirement.
So you do consider your reign permanently over?
I do, and I'm happier for it. I'm afraid that's all the time I have right now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
But Duke Senior...
I'm sorry.
So, do you believe him?
Holy crap! What have I told you about sneaking up on me?
I seem to recall you were usually saying that I couldn't possibly sneak up on you.
Normally true. However, we are surrounded by foreign dignitaries, award-winning journalists, and the general hoi polloi. You do not belong in a place like this.
Okay, 1, snobbish much? And 2, if you're waiting for me to hand you a line asking what sort of places I do belong, can I remind you I wasn't born yesterday?
There are 47 separate jokes about your age which I'm not making to save time.
You're a month and a half younger than me.
Shh! Don't get too excited, Grandpa. Remember your bursitis.
Was that number 47?
That's right. half your age. Why are you bothering me?
Last time we tried to figure that out, I think it came down to I exist.
You're right. Your bothering me is the constant in that equation. I should have asked, why are you bothering me here? As in, what are you doing here?
If you will cast your memory back a few years, you might recall that I saved the life of the Azurian ambassador.
There are 47 separate inaccuracies in that retelling of events, which I am not pointing out to save time.
And likewise, to save time, I'm ignoring them. The point is, when the coup happened and suddenly half the government wound up in exile at this embassy, I was on a very short list of people they trusted to help work security.
Security, you say?
And that reporter brain of yours instantly wants to know what they feel they need to feel secure from. Good old-fashioned paranoia that naturally comes after you've been deposed from the Grand Duchy of Azur? Or are they specifically worried about someone on the inside being a spy, or an attack of some kind coming from outside?
And the answer is?
If they have a specific worry, they haven't told me. My job is to find out what they need to be worried about that they aren't worried about already.
That sounds like they're either hyper-vigilant or completely clueless. Which is it?
And that brings me back to the beginning of our conversation. When Duke Sr. says he has no problem with his brother taking over, do you believe him?
I kind of do.
And you kind of hate that.
I so very much kind of do. It means he's legitimately more concerned about what happens to his country than what happens to himself. That makes him one of the things I hate most in the universe.
A genuinely nice guy?
A genuinely nice guy. And do you know why I hate a genuinely nice guy?
They remind you of me.
There are 47 separate problems with that answer, which I am skipping over to save time. The reason I hate genuinely nice guys is that they tend to believe in a best-case scenario. Like, maybe believing he's safe in this compound, and that his brother won't absolutely try to have him assassinated to make sure there won't be a popular uprising.
In order to get the genuinely nice guy back in charge, exactly. So here's what I'm thinking. As a security liaison, I'm supposed to escort you out of here with all the rest of the press. However, since I know you, I could use my discretion and let you tag along with me to pick up some more details for your story. Maybe you'll spot a problem I haven't.
That would be very nice of you.
You're welcome.
I wasn't thanking you. I was reminding myself of the 47 separate reasons why I should be suspicious to save time.
You are the most, precious thing to me. I want to make you a part of my life because that is what I really think about a whole lot. That was awful.
It wasn't great, but your heart, it was in the right place. Try it again.
Do we have to?
Yes! I mean, let's face it, this girl's a princess, or pretty close anyway. There's going to be a ton of other fellows who want to be with her. So, I mean, maybe you'll want to practice a little more?
I'm not getting any better at it.
I don't know. I think there's a kind of charm you've got going for you. Let's try it again. Close your eyes and picture her.
It's so hard to remember what she even looks like.
Come on, you can do this. Remember the day of the wrestling match? That first time you laid eyes on her? You remember that?
Yeah, I remember now. I don't think I'll ever forget that.
Good. All right. Despite how weird or impossible it may seem, she's here. She's standing right in front of you, safe and sound. You have her undivided attention for just a moment. What do you say?
I say...
Say it to me.
I really want to kiss you now.
Oh, okay. That was a little too forward, but if you get stuck, it might be worth a Hail Mary pass. You never know.
I think that's the wrong sport for him, isn't it?
Whoa. Hey, Mr. Zula, nice to see you.
How long have you been?
Let's assume there's no unit of time we can mention that won't be awkward for us all, and we'll skip to the part where we're pretending not to have seen anything.
Lando, this is B. B, this is...
Lando deposed. The first and so far only gold medalist to ever come out of the Grand Duchy of Azur.
Nice to meet you. I guess you're a fan.
Let's just say the Olympic Games are kind of a big deal in my immediate circle.
It's kind of a big deal in Azure, as I recall.
Oh, I'm sorry. B, this is my friend Gary.
Gary?
Gary Mead. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Gary.
Any word, Mr. Zula? Nobody's found her yet, have they?
Her?
The Duke's daughter, Rose. No, at least not since the press conference about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, can someone explain something to me? How does a postage stamp like the Grand Duchy of Azur afford a compound this size? This embassy is bigger than some state parks.
Well, historically, Azure controlled one of the richest gold mines in Europe. Then, just when the gold started to peter out, people realized that all this pesky platinum they had lying around was actually worth something.
I guess that's how you stayed independent all those years. You could buy and sell any mercenaries you wanted.
No, that was the magic.
Come again?
That's the legend anyway. The magic of the ram. You know, the stuff that makes Azurian wool the best in the world?
That isn't just a marketing slogan?
I'm going with definitely no. Anyway, on the rare occasion someone's tried to invade, the magic of the ram has stopped them. And sometimes the magic of the serpent. But that's not the one we like to talk about. Apparently, when need arises, the Duke's family can channel that power to protect our people.
Though it skips a generation every once in a while.
And you believe all this?
Sure, why not? Don't you folks have a magic woman with a mace?
Touché.
Gary! Gary!
Oh, sheep spit.
Gary, we got them. There's 24 sheep on a boat as we speak. Those are just the ones for the embassy. As soon as we work out a deal with the government to let us own some land, I have guarantees of hundreds more Azurian sheep here in the States. Aren't you proud of me?
That was good work, Phoebe.
Thank you.
Okay, let's try not to do that again. Ever.
Oh, you big kidder.
Sorry about that. Big brother?
It's all right, Allie.
This is your sister?
I tried to warn you, but she's a runner.
No problem.
Now, why is everybody picking on me? I just couldn't wait to tell my little Gary Barry about the good news.
Lucky me.
Well, it's about time we were going. Come on, B.
Sure. You are kidding me.
Nope.
He really doesn't see it.
Not that I can tell.
And the sheep woman clearly has no clue.
Well, no. But to be fair, she's pan-galactically stupid.
Are you seriously telling me that no one has noticed the Duke's missing daughter is here in the embassy dressed as a boy? No one has caught on to the fact that she's playing a game I do not want to know the rules to with a boy who already worshipped the ground she walks on?
Or he would if he didn't think she was... Gary?
The Duke's niece isn't even in disguise. She's just herself with bangs now. And really, nobody has noticed?
Unless they have?
I hate you.
Moi? Whatever for?
This is one of those, they won't talk to me because I'm allegedly a manly man type person, but maybe they'll talk to you because you're a feminine womanly type person things.
Hey! That's a great idea, B.
Don't you even. I already said I hate you. I can go lower.
Hey there, Benny, you got your ears on? Pick up the horn, will you?
Excuse me a moment. This is Benny. What do you need?
This is Touchstone Jones coming at you, good buddy.
Literally, no one calls you that, Bob.
Well, that's the nice thing about being in a new country. You can introduce yourself however you want, because nobody knows you.
Uh-huh. Remind me how I got stuck with you on the team again?
Well, back home I was a famous stand-up comedian. Then I came to America and I found out how much the average American wanted to hear from an Azurian comedian. Next day I started working security here at the front gate.
Shame about that. Philistines, I tell you. What do you want?
Can you pick up Lando and bring him to the front gate? Somebody wants to see him.
Just give him one of the signed photographs. They're in the box on the left.
Negative, no go, good buddy. This isn't just some fan hoping to shake his hand.
Then who is it?
He says he's his brother.
I can't believe Ollie came all this way to see me. Really, after the way we parted, I can't believe he wants to see me at all.
Family's always disappointing. That's just the way of things.
What happened between you two?
He got the inheritance when our father died. He was supposed to look after me, but, well, I guess he didn't want to. I only made it to the Olympics because I tried out for the team and had a huge amount of beginner's luck.
Yeah, beginner's luck is always there to make the people who know what they're doing feel better.
And someone remind me again why we all had to hop into this contraption?
Oh, I think it's swell that my Gary very wanted to support his friend.
And you're here to support, him. How nice. And you?
Me? I was just bored.
Well.
Yeah, life is like that. Nobody wants to be bored, then just when you can't stand it anymore, something exciting comes along and you're so scared you want to go back to being bored.
Driver, what is your name?
Jake! Jaques.
Nice to meet you, Jake. Now please shut up before we all die of existential depression.
Sure thing. That's what gets most of us in the end, anyway.
So when we get to the gate, I'm just gonna go.
Well, that normally would be great news. You're at least 6 times saner than anyone else here.
So you need me.
Oh.
I'll stay if you admit you need me.
Hey, look, here we are.
Ollie?
Little brother, I guess you and I have a lot we need to talk about.
Are you sure that's what you want? You didn't want to talk so much before.
Yeah, I guess not. But things are different now.
If you say so. Then I'm glad. Touchtone, open up the gate, will you?
Oh, crap.
What?
I just realized. Lando's a genuinely nice guy, isn't he?
Oh, crap.
Yeah, that's the worst.
So what was it you wanted to talk about?
To be honest, I don't really feel like talking much. Duke Frederick just wanted me on embassy soil.
Oh, no. Why is he holding a statue?
Oh, it's never good when they're holding statues.
He just broke the statue.
Oh, that's even less good.
Shut up. I suppose that is the magic of the serpent.
Yep. Yep, that's, pretty serpenty.
I'm going to run for cover.
Me too. You go left, I'll go right.
You could go in the same direction.
Shut up!
Ollie, what did you do?
What I had to. Frederick said he'd kill me if I stayed in Azure. This was the only way I could get my life back.
So the alternative was that?
Ollie deposed.
What in the world?
That's one of the local superheroes. Generally, if a superhero calls out your name while wielding a huge mace, it's a sign you've made some bad choices.
Call off your beast before someone is hurt.
But I don't know how.
Do not lie to me.
I'm not. All the Duke told me was to break a statue.
You used an enchantment without knowing how it worked? You are a fool. Perhaps if I break you, like you broke the statue, it would undo this magic.
Look, I'm not saying I'm a fan of the guy, but that seems like a terrible mess to leave on these nice people's pavement.
Detective Danger,
the one and only. Think we need a decent strategy here. I'm gonna put up an illusion wall around this thing and buy us some time.
That was not much time.
Yeah. Magic serpents can see through illusions. Who knew? So, feel like fighting a big snake? It's been a while.
Since the night you kissed my friend, B.
Yes, it's been exactly that long, in fact.
I believe your friend Benny still owes me a candle at dinner.
Can we talk about this later?
Very well, but this is a spirit creature. I can fight it, but most likely I cannot kill it. You must find another way. Beast, face my steel.
Okay. Idiot guy. For the record, you have no idea how to stop this thing?
I don't. Really, you've got to believe me. If I could, I...
Stop talking. Alright, brother of idiot guy. Any helpful tips and tricks?
As far as I know, only the Duke's family can... Look out!
Lando, talk to me!
I'm okay, but... Oh, I think I broke my arm.
You just saved my life.
Yeah, brothers, remember?
It's coming back.
Get down!
Are you all right?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Beast, I am not done with you.
Oh, Gary Barry, I'm so scared. Hold me.
Let go of me, you crazy... Wait, is that wool?
What?
Your jacket. This is Azurian wool?
Of course.
Give it to me.
What?
I need the wool to connect it... Look, if you give me your jacket, then when all this is done, we can get married if you want.
You're proposing?
Give me the jacket.
Yes! Yes! Darling, of course, here it is.
Okay then. I hope this works. Defend our people. Defend our people. Defend our people.
That should take care of the pest.
Yeah, sure. Magic sheep to fight off the magic snake. I mean, obviously.
All right, everyone. Thank you for coming. I know this was all sort of last minute, but what can I say? A bunch of us are young and maybe a little dumb. Sorry, I'm not dressed yet. I'll explain that part later. Just so we're all on the same page, this is Cece. I've been telling everyone this is my sister, but by now you know she's not. This is Duke Sr.'s niece, and she fell in love, well, a couple of days ago. It was really sudden, and I personally think it's pretty awesome. So, Cece, Ollie, I hope you two are very happy together. And Lando, when we found Cece, we also found Rose. I'm going to go get her in just a moment, but I need to tell you something. She remembers the day you two met. She can't really stop thinking about it, to tell you the truth. And all those things you told me you feel about her, she feels the same way. So when she comes out, she doesn't want to just meet you. She wants to marry you. Is that what you want?
It might not be the smart thing to do, but it's the right thing to do.
Good, good answer. And Phoebe, I didn't forget you. I'm gonna go get dressed now. When I get back, we can get married, but only if you want to. If not, Sylvester's still over there in the corner. He'll probably love to take you out sometime.
You're the only one for me, Gary Barry.
Uh-huh. Okay, back in a bit.
All right then, everyone remember there's no groom and no bride side today. Sit wherever you want, but sit up straight. We want this looking amazing for the photographers. Speaking of which, we hired photographers for a reason. Nobody in the pews needs to be snapping pictures. If you want copies of the photographs, there'll be a sign-up sheet at the reception.
Sorry, who the heck is this?
Some wedding planner. She calls herself the goddess of weddings.
Hi, men? Men in the wedding party? You should be standing at a 45-degree angle to the altar. Line up, please.
Does she even need to be here? She seems completely superfluous.
It's at least something to look at while Rose gets changed. By the way, Lando and Phoebe still haven't figured this out? Seriously?
We'll find out in about 14 seconds, I think.
Here she comes, everyone! Happy faces!
So, Phoebe, here I am. Did you still want to...
Oh, shut up! I get it, I'm leaving! Sylvester, I'll be at the bar, and if you know what's good for you, you'll meet me there.
Sir, Duke Senior!
Touchstone, stop!
Oh, I guess someone does call him that.
This is my daughter's wedding, and I hope you have a very good reason for interrupting.
Why do you think I brought the boombox? It's all over the news. Listen.
For years, I never gave my brother the kind of respect he deserved. It's always easy to think you can do better, and I really honestly thought I could. I thought I could make Azure more than it was, and I was determined to make that happen. In doing so, though, I lost the respect of the people of Azure. Moreover, I drove my own daughter away. I've since learned that, because of my actions, trying to recklessly hold on to power, I very nearly cost my daughter her life. And that's to say nothing of my niece, and the man who always thought better of me than I ever deserved. I am, therefore, effective as soon as possible, abdicating my rule of Azure. If I have to get down on my hands and knees and beg my brother to come back, I will do that. I deserve every moment of shame that will cause. I've made this decision for one real reason. I love this duchy. Today, I'm hoping I can do right by her.
Isn't that amazing? You're back on the throne, your lordship. You get to go back and be in charge again. All those people who are looking to you to help them turn their lives around, you get to be there for them. What do you think, sir?
Son of a...
Yeah, ruling the world is for suckers. If given the choice between a castle on a hill and a cozy cabin in the middle of nowhere, I know where the smart money lies. Of course, if you're talking about leaving your mark on the world, that's a sheep of a different color. You don't need to be a duke to pull that off. Though in fairness, with a daughter like his, he didn't do so badly in what he's leaving behind. And heck, looked like he's got a good long while to keep on doing that. But, ultimately, there's a bigger lesson here. It's something that we need to remember every single day of our lives. Giant snakes are awful, and I hate fighting them. I didn't say it was a deep lesson.
You've been listening to Detective Danger in the Amazon, Azure Likes It, produced by Seat of Our Pants players, written and directed by Dan Wenzel. Benny was Adam Gastonguay. B was Joe Wenzel. The Amazon and the Goddess were Andy Gastonguay. Duke Sr. was Michael Krellin. Lando was Rick Tennant. Rose, or Gary Mead, was Liz Music. Cece was Brianna Kuby. Phoebe was Rebecca Scheimer. Touchstone Jones was Dan Wenzel. Jake Wees was Andrew Dell. Ollie was Ray Greenlee. And Duke Frederick was Aaron Manka-White. Some music and sound effects by www.freesfx.co.uk. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll talk to you later.